some point. Let's go ahead and speak with Alphinaud to take on the next level 88 main story quest entitled No Job Too Small. Alphinaud is resisting the urge to pat himself on the back. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might be to do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough! If I had to say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Adigan technology. We got your man. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair, you seem to know more than the average scholar. Yeah, he does. And so, if only Master Kakol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established rapport, why don't we help with the preparations for the Great Exodus? Do we have to? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangements, but I propose this not to curry favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantites. Yeah, I guess. So yeah, let's do it. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Surely in Hamlet is nazi with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! That lot need all the help they can get! And so, well then, off we go. And they're off. And so are we. So, yeah, back the way we came, because it seems like there's nothing further this direction for right now. Also, I want to switch to Dancer for the simple fact that I want to get try and squeeze every little bit of experience I can. You also may have noticed that my Dancer is already up to 84. At this rate, I'll be able to get Rika to do the ranged DPS quests when made available. Of course, I do want to try and get the other Warriors of Light to contribute as well. I was thinking for a while of having Edie do the same, but I really don't want to use a skip block on him, and it would take so long to get a contribution for him, and to be honest, I really don't know what I would want him to contribute for. The one thing that he really could only contribute for would be for tanking, because he does have Marauder unlocked, but that's the extent of it. So, let's go ahead and speak with Alise. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholarlock Mortashane mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Alright. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. Alright. So away they go. And now this opens up various quests in and around the Aetheryte too. Who can we speak to? Who can provide us with the information that we seek? Well, starting with a steady current, a Rogadan gentleman. Hello there, sir. Helping with the Ark. Even with all the power Master Kokol's managed to squeeze out of the Aetherburner, it's still not enough, apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the Exodus sooner! People are dying and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Well, you are a steady current for sure there, sir. Alright, who else can we speak to? Maybe hiding behind somewhere. Yeah, Palta-san. Nice to meet you, young lady. Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly lists of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist on our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. I much prefer something small and fluffy, like the that-be-hatted rabbit that ran by. And seemed to double back. Yeah, you saw it too, right? Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't a rabbit, that was a frog. Yeah, you tricker. Yeah, had us going there for a while. Alright, where is our last person of interest? So yeah, these people are usually hiding around on the outskirts of the ring. Right over here. We have another Rogadin known as Silken Grin. Hello there. Hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Well, actually. Working on that aether burner? Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The form got enough on their plate as it is. One with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. Lord Power, people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? I guess not. Alright, switching. Okay. So the person we're gonna speak with is somewhere around here, and it turns out Livingway's arrived. Fancy meeting you here, Rika. Our friends in the forum brought us to their teeny tiny toy boat, which is quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the thirst itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. Yeah, it's all news to you, isn't it? We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. All that time to prepare and they're still already. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Oriange and your good self. Since you're both darling about engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? I guess, but we'll take our experience in 776 skill first. And then we'll leave that for another time because, well, first of all, I do need to attune, but then we have a few more side quests that we can take on. And since I want to gain on Dancer while I'm doing it, we'll go ahead and switch to that and attune. Yeah, thankfully the first quest we're going to see is not that far from the main story quest. Yeah, we'll spend the rest of the stream doing all this stuff, so let's speak with Fiola to take on her quest entitled Seeing Red. Fiola seeks those in possession of both a green thumb and a penchant for punishing plants. Oh my, the ways of Thaliak are as mysterious as they are providential. To think a woman so robust as you would appear before me in my hour of need. If this is not divine intervention, I do not know what is. How so? I face a trial for which I am not equal nor ever shall be. It involves the capture of my most feared nemesis. Tomatoes, you see, I can barely speak the vile beast's name without my gorge rising. Urge to gorge rising. You would do well to consider my offer, truly. I have money set aside, quite a bit in fact. All you need to do is capture one of those vile vegetables. You'll find them near Marial Economics and they're quite hard to miss. Disgusting things that they are. Alright then. We'll do what we can. Use the thick burlap sack to capture a subdued stray tomato. Alright, let's go find it. So... Actually, they're not kidding when they say it's closer to Marial Agronomics. Oh, we only need to hit one of these things. That's my chocobo. And start cutting up this tomato. Whoa! Tomato juice, huh? And that's enough. Let's head on back. Alright, Fiola, we're back.
Well, were you able to capture one of those terrible tomatoes?
Yeah, don't worry. We gotcha. Yeah, she was clearly scared.
Pardon me, even in the sack I cannot stomach the wretches. Or better in than out, I suppose. At least I won't get this disastrously painful juices into anyone's eyes. You must be curious as to why tomatoes maddened into violence were running amok. Well, the truth is the Gleaner had sold a congeries of vegetable seeds to cultivate on the plantation, and a few of these vermin managed to slip in unnoticed. The soil was exceptionally fertile by the looks of it, because the creatures proliferated with alarming ease, more so than anyone could have possibly guessed. And to provide this tale with an even stranger twist, the juices they squirted into my eyes had a salubrious effect. I no longer need my glasses. I can see with perfect clarity now, though I was in a great deal of pain, mind you. Well, when life gives you tomatoes, make eye juice? No, that hasn't a very pithy ring to it at all. At any rate, your services have been most helpful. I will begin my research as soon as I am back in the laboratory. Oh, and before I forget, your reward.
Yeah, please give it to us. With our experience, 835 gil and 2 portions of Psychon Salad for a mage DPS. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, we'll leave the blue quest for next time. First, just for anyone who's wondering. Alright, next up, let's go ahead and speak with this distressed chef to take on her quest entitled Happily Ever After. A consternated chef despairs at her present predicaments.
Heavens, Forfan! You think this would happen in my kitchen? The nerve! Oh, you there, yes, you. You're the look for one who knows what she's about, and I am in desperate need of one such as you. Pick yourself a bushel of Mariel Economics apples, but won't you know some masterly mandragora swiped those red beauties from under my nose? Not sure how they got there in the first place, but that's beside the point. I have well tried to steal them back myself, but goodness knows how many hours it will be before I stumbled upon that blasted bandits. I'm only one woman. I can't cover all that ground by myself. So be a friend and help me get my apples back, would you?
Alright then, one Miko to another.
I just knew you'd oblige me. Now then, let's talk strategy. I'll scare the area just south of here, so you take the north. Deal? Mandragoras bury themselves on the dirt to hide, so if you see one of their bulbous heads poking out of the soil, hit them with one of those malodorous bombs. They'll be so surprised to get a face full of stink they'll leap out and leave behind my apples.
Won't that mean your apples will stink though?
The thief will probably take off running, but let them go. I just want my pilfered fruit returned. Besides, Mandragora carcass isn't on the menu tonight. Right then, I'll leave you to your search. Happy hunting!
Alright. And so away she goes. Time for us to be on our way. 3 different spots. All over there where we have not gone to a part of the map where you can reveal yet. Meanwhile, yeah, if I'm in the neighborhood, let's see if I can find any more Aether Currents I can obtain. Is the next one directly above me? No, it's to the west. Well, first of all, yeah, stop a little pain on your brain. Yeah, that got you going. The gobsmacked garlic is so affronted by your pestering it has fled. It does not appear to be the culprit you're after. Now over here. We got a peculiar vegetable up next. And an Aether Current, which is being defended by this level 88. A Center Probassa. Thankfully it's turning away. Meanwhile, let's have a look at this peculiar vegetable. And throw some powder on it. Yeah, hey there, Queenie. The quizzical up in fleas in a flustered state, leaving behind apples. It would appear that this knavish mandragora was behind the fruit napping. So let's help ourselves to these, oversized apples. They're not keen on that. Yeah, they go up well past my ankle. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun carrying these things back. But let's return them to where they need to be. Alright, distressed chef, we're back.
Ah, there you are. I've come up empty-handed, sad as that is to admit. How did you fare? Were you able to recover the apples?
Indeed we have. Here you go.
You were! Oh, Mark, I can't thank you enough. Goodness me, now that I have a proper look at them, and they're rather enormous, aren't they? Funny how I didn't see that before. Labyrinthos, as you surely noticed, is entirely man-made, and our continued prosperity is thanks in part to the elemental reactor and the false sun. Though, if truth be told, those two things are likely to blame for our oversized fruits. Word is there's research afoot to see if the above-ground orchards could produce something of a similar size as well. Given what little we know, though, I'm sure that day is sure a long way off. Oh, beg your pardon, here I am, talking your ear off when I'm sure you have better things to be getting on with. Heavens no, I certainly do. Apple pies don't bake themselves now, do they? Thank you again for your help.
Glad we could, so we'll take our experience 735 gil and a Chondrite level 88 bracelet. Alright. I want to check my Dragoon again. And we'll have a look at the contents. Starport's been wristed of slain. And this thing is got skill speed and direct hit rates. That has skill speed and determination. Yes, it's always these unfortunate trade-offs that really try and put me in a really confusing spot where I'm trying to figure out how is the best way to use this thing. Alright, let's continue on then. Over to Charmant here. Get back in the Dancer garb before we take the quest. And take on the quest entitled Herbicidal Tendencies. Charmant's eyes have a faraway look about them, as if he's thinking great thoughts.
What luck! You're just the gallant sort I was in search of. You see, I've rigged up an experimental new tincture, one that brings lure a certain type of fiend. I had hoped the brave adventurer might test its efficacy for me in the field. And since you're here, perhaps you could fill that role. Good. Now then, about this solution of mine. With the help of some gleaners, I've crafted a concoction that can itinerate even the hardest of Seedkin's casings, allowing one to make quick work of the beasts. Or so my hypothesis goes, anyway. Alas, my genius remains untested and thus unproven, which is where you come in. One so well versed in the ways of war should have no trouble at all verifying the tincture's efficacy, I should think. Based on the information I have ascertained, an oversized bear cannon can be found wandering to the west of Logisticon Beta. Douse that sadistic seedkin in my newest nostrum and bash it into a bloody pulp for me, would you?
Alright. So, let's go see if we can use this at all. So we'll head on off to the specified location. How close is it to an 8th occurrence? Well, it turns out we're going away from it. Well, we never know until we actually use the compass, so... yeah, it doesn't necessarily help, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We got quests to complete and things to check off. So yeah, it looks like we'll be... yeah, we're actually crossing into another threshold, which means another automatic experience point gain. As we go into Logisticon Beta. Yeah, we keep them coming and we'll keep on doing what needs to be done. And another experience point gain. Now, remember the Anillas from Stormblood? Also, meanwhile, Yeah, for a moment I thought that was an ether current. But if I go this way and don't get attacked, I think this is going to be at the top of this. Where are you? Right here. Yeah, it turns out you're on the lower tier. Alright. So then, let's go and forge onward. Where's the next one? It's 577 back to the east. Yeah, that's quite a ways out. Also looks like I need to gain a tier. Ooh, look out. Yeah, for a reason. Yeah, for a reason. Yeah, get that thing off my back. Okay, then. Let's get ready for a throwdown. Let's do this. Yeah, let's cut you up and take you down. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta use this. Now use that. Now go all out. Yeah, it's sometimes easy to forget that I have this in my possession, because I really don't use it all that much. Yeah, show off some of my really fancy moves for all of you here today. Yeah, how's that for Merry Christmas? And Happy Starlight here in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, yeah, we beat you so badly we don't even get to that point. Fine by me. Let's head on off back to the hamlet. Up the stairs and back to Charmel. Hey there, we're back.
Why, not a scratch on you. I mean, I take this to mean my student did his job then.
Yeah. It most certainly did, or I didn't bother using it. No, we used it.
Is that so? Goodness, my genius is rather startling, isn't it? That was a tincture most hastily thrown together. Nary a thought that was put into it. At any rate, I must thank you for services rendered. Here, for your troubles. Well then, I must return to my pondering. These theories of mine won't hypothesize themselves.
No, they certainly won't. So, we'll take our experience in 735 gil. Alright, so... Oh, another quest has popped up. Okay, we'll take that, sure. We'll clear them all out. We have time to do that, certainly. Yeah, I think you're all done. All of a sudden, poof, new quest appears. But hey, that was happening in Elpis too. We clear one quest, suddenly another one appears. And the next quest will come courtesy of this Elemental Reactor Operator. Let's go ahead and seek with him to take on his quest entitled The Case of the Missing Gleaner. Or I guess I could say it in an old-timey voice. The Case of the Missing Gleaner. The reactor operator is wearing a most impatient look. Excuse me, but can I trouble you for a moment? I'm looking for someone, you see, and I was hoping you might help. I was due to receive a pair of beasts captured in St. Lucian's Arboretum, but the Gleaner who was meant to make the delivery has yet to appear, and I've grown rather tired of waiting. I tried reaching him via link pill, but to no avail. I'm tempted to go out and search for him myself, but what if he arrives and I'm not here? So, would you be willing to find said Gleaner for me? Alright. Thank you. He ought to be a relatively easy spot, I should think, considering he's traveling with two mud-covered seedkin. So trust him here first. I'll check around here just to make sure he's not rounding the corner or some such. Should you both find him before I do, hurry back here, will you? And so away he goes, and so must we. And so off we go to try and find this particular Gleaner, and as well as the two mud-covered seedkin as he describes them. Now, I don't know what a seedkin is, but it's obviously covered in mud, which means nothing can possibly come good from it. We're gonna make our way over here, riding on a fancy little motorcycle. I would have a fancy car to be driving, but unfortunately I don't have anything from that start of that particular era. As we make our way over around here into the target circle, we'll try and find who we're looking for. And looks like we have found the person of interest. He's got his little CDs, his little mud-covered CDs, and look at these things. Yeah, they don't even qualify to be seeds. Let's see if this kid needs any of our help. Let's give him a hand and see what made him fall to his knees and whatnot.
Thank goodness you're here. Poor Buster caught me by surprise. Gave me a nasty shock, but what are you doing all the way out here?
I came here to help you out.
Oh, of course. I suppose all this waiting would make anyone rather nervous. I'll give my apologies to the operator when I deliver these specimens.
Yeah, you go do that.
As for the specimens themselves, well, let's just say I'm rather surprised that they're still in one piece, despite being bathed in lightning.
Lightning?
The Earth alignment probably saved them, come to think of it.
They certainly seem to be happy about it.
At any rate, thank you, kind stranger. Doubt I'd still be among the living if not for your aid. Right then, I better get going. Don't want to keep the operator waiting any longer than he already has.
Yeah, and so let's get back on over to the hamlet. See how the operator is next to his associate return to him. And it looks like he's come back to where he was before, and looks like the Sea King are now with him instead.
Oh, there you are. I was wondering when I would see you again. The Gleaner told me everything that happened, how you got him out of a tight spot. He seems to have escaped largely unscathed, but the Convergents are giving him a thorough inspection just in case. You may not know this, but there are actually a variety of crop core, with only these that happen to be smeared in a unique type of mud originating from the Arboretum. Actually, we've been to that particular place. Judging by the look of on your face, you already know this species, don't you? Yes, something tells me you're already quite intimate with the Arboretum. Isn't it just a wonderful place?
Depends on who you ask.
You must be wondering why I require these many little things. Well, I had a theory that the Earth alignment might prove to be of use in the amplification of said elements. I had not expected such an unfortunate accident would come out of my curiosity, though. Well, none of us are worse for wear, so perhaps not that unfortunate. The Gleaner is still alive and kicking, and the samples made it safely here. All thanks to you, of course, so all's well that ends well, yes? I suppose so. So we'll take our experience and our 735 gil.
Now let this operator be on his way with his creepy muddy Sea Kid.
And so that leaves, for now, the blue quests for the Ether Currents as well as the main story. So, yeah, I hope all of you guys who came this afternoon enjoyed the little Christmas Eve matinee I had for all of you. So, we will be back here later tonight as we get on with that particular blue quest, and then we'll move on to the main events and get back to the main story for level 88, because we know that there are people out there who are trying to help us, who are trying to get stuff all the way here to Charlian, and we gotta make sure that it arrives safely. So, I will see you guys back here not tomorrow, later tonight, and we will see just how far we can get. And so, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. See you guys back here later tonight for more awesome 14 action. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.